Exclusive news for loyal Steelers followers. Cam Hayward, the imposing captain of the Pittsburgh Steelers, has electrified the world of American football with his strong words regarding the recent hiring of Arthur Smith as the team's offensive coordinator. In a revealing interview on his podcast, Not Just Football, Hayward shared his sincere and profound opinions about this controversial decision that has sparked all kinds of reactions both locally and nationally. Smith's hiring has not gone unnoticed, generating a mix of enthusiasm and skepticism among fans. Faced with the criticisms and doubts that have arisen regarding Smith's ability to lead the Steelers' offense, Hayward did not hesitate to speak out in defense of the new hire. For him, the critical attitude toward Smith represents what he calls a mob mentality, pointing out that it's unfair to judge the new coordinator before he's even had the chance to prove his worth on the field. Hayward, known for his leadership on the field and his mental acuity, argued on his podcast that Smith deserves time to adapt and show his potential. Despite the stumbles Smith experienced during his tenure in Atlanta, Hayward highlighted his successful track record as the offensive coordinator of the Tennessee Titans. During his time in Tennessee, Smith demonstrated his ability to build a dynamic and effective offense, especially in the running game, earning recognition from his peers and the trust of the players. Arthur Smith was shining with Tennessee all those years ago. I know he didn't have all the success in Atlanta, and everyone's talking about that. But, come on, I'm happy about it. It's great to have an experienced offensive coordinator, Hayward expressed, firmly endorsing the Steelers' coaching staff's decision. Additionally, Hayward emphasized the importance of establishing strong relationships between the coach and the players, an aspect that Smith has emphasized in his statements. For Hayward, chemistry and trust between the coaching staff and the players are fundamental to the success of any team, beyond tactics and strategies on the board. However, Smith's hiring is not without criticism and challenges. Some question his handling of players in Atlanta, pointing out that he failed to maximize the potential of certain offensive talents. In particular, his ability to fully utilize the talent available on the Steelers, a team with a rich history of standout offensive players, has been called into question. Despite the uncertainties and criticisms, Hayward is confident that Smith will be able to bring out the best in the Steelers' offensive talent and lead the team to new levels of success in the upcoming season. His optimism and unwavering support for the new coordinator are a clear reflection of the spirit of unity and determination that characterizes the Steelers and their passionate fan base. Now turning to another topic, the landscape in the Pittsburgh Steelers team is changing, and one of the most significant changes is the departure of the wide receivers coach, Frisman Jackson. According to Jerry Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, this decision marks the beginning of a new era for the team, especially following the recent hiring of offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Jackson, who has had extensive experience both in the collegiate and NFL levels, spent 2 seasons with the Carolina Panthers and was the wide receivers coach for the Tennessee Titans in 2017. During his time with the Panthers, Jackson mentored standout players such as Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and Curtis Samuel, showcasing his ability to develop receivers' talent. Despite his successful track record, the Steelers' season under Jackson's guidance did not meet expectations. While there was evident growth in players like George Pickens during his time with the team, it appears that other factors related to the receivers group contributed to Jackson's departure from the team. With extensive experience in college football, Jackson worked as a wide receivers coach at institutions such as Baylor, Temple, NC State, North Illinois, Akron, and Western Illinois before joining the Steelers staff. This experience provided him with a deep understanding of the training and development dynamics of young players, making him a valuable asset for any team. A Chicago native, Jackson also has a playing career in the NFL. He began his career as a quarterback at North Illinois before transitioning to the wide receiver position at Western Illinois, where he set records for receptions and yards in a single game. This playing experience gives him a unique perspective on the skills and needs of wide receivers, making him an effective and respected coach. After 6 seasons in the league as a player, Jackson joined a list of former NFL players who have ventured into coaching careers. Now, with his departure from the Steelers, the team will seek new leadership for its wide receivers group. Among the potential candidates for the position is the legendary former Steelers wide receiver Hayward. Despite his limited coaching experience, Ward is widely respected in the football community, and his knowledge of the game could be an invaluable asset to the team. However, Arthur Smith, the Steelers' new offensive coordinator, has the task of evaluating candidates from across the league and selecting the coach who best fits the team's vision and philosophy. The choice of a new wide receivers coach will be a crucial step in building a strong and dynamic offense for the upcoming season. A recent survey conducted anonymously by Fox Sports revealed that Mike Tomlin is one of the most respected coaches in the NFL according to players' opinions. Tomlin's ability to relate to players and earn their respect has been a consistent theme throughout his coaching career. In the survey, framed within the question aside from your own coach, which current NFL coach would you most like to play for? Mike Tomlin ranked second behind Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell. Campbell received 6 votes, while Tomlin received 5. The top 10 names mentioned in the survey included various coaches, totaling 14 names. One player even said, "Everyone's going to say this, but Dan Campbell." Campbell has achieved notable work in transforming the Lions franchise, and he is certainly a coach players will be willing to give their all for. His aggressive and passionate approach is something that inspires players. Building relationships with players is a key component to being a successful coach in the NFL. Many coaches falter in this aspect and end up losing the locker room. Josh McDaniels, formerly of the Las Vegas Raiders, is a clear example. Players stopped paying attention to his message, but it was different when Antonio Pierce took over as interim coach. The team respected Pierce and played with intensity for him. Critics will argue that Tomlin's message has become stale, but Steelers president Art Rooney too strongly disagrees. He believes that players still respond to Tomlin. Tomlin's 17-year streak without losing seasons suggests that is indeed the case. I think the players still respond to Mike. That's the main thing, Rooney said last Monday in a press conference for a select group of Pittsburgh media members. He still has the key characteristics we saw when we hired him. He can keep the attention of a group of 20-year-olds throughout the season, keep them in the fight all the time. I still feel good about Mike. Obviously, if I didn't, we'd make a change. If Mike couldn't take us to a championship, he wouldn't be here. That's why he's here. Stay tuned for more exclusive Steelers news here on our channel. And remember, Mike Tomlin's leadership and passion remain fundamental pillars on the path to our team's greatness.